Ghana be lose so 85 million. In the customs national security for Mutimbo ma Mutimi Eches Traxi Deputy Minister of Finance Airborne Mwabaso. Cocoa Ball pays 1 billion to cocoa farmers. And Rabituja say about lazy 1 billion. So far 854 has been disbursed. But problem no pay us is here and say key. I say a bass in a skinny hono. Cocoa cratty phone be J cocoa no be ego. Ibo ho a omoje baget receipt ye day. Emma obo also a carry mao e catch us cocoa near 10 bags. Ko sika ba no aba. Obo also can say for why dey kufie. Sika ba o dey aba. Say hono where do we draw the line? Also no we ba ha say the cocoa no cocoa cratch age. But am na krata.
The evidence be any what say
cocoa cratch.
I say evidence be a krata say cocoa cratch.
Ono so kwa cocoa cratch ne say Dio said the yes silly and no dear bano. And no na ebo
you
see, that is where the problem is.
And I do man, I said, what you might yes, you also the silly. I'm silly.
If you are not call ya, Ratchy G, when see and as a crack castle for na
Fakon crowd be a bit me a cassette, but the what Jesse Wapa, not mere many trust what you could go and see what.
So I'm a crater.
Hey. Yam what does say what you see?
You or no see the deal say
and some basic
once I want farmer yen silly in the
about that one son can be. Yeah.
You see, the honors they say problem will be about the Abazu. You heard the record.
Let's wait and see. Right. Was it?
Sir. So of a canning now. Planting for food and jobs no more in law.
Man, Tibisa.
If you watch and to me and Yamokura me and Tanka planting for food and job in the Mokuba.
Oh, yeah, sure. Again, officers, I could say, as a friend saying,
free
I could to buy the baby chap body anyway. That's only the pijay.
I'll find the body. No Jabi and Kubudi, no best a concrete. Oh, well.
Food and jobs, no. Initial years, no. A year,
Jumakakra. Yeah.
Go ahead, supply on the Maomona, and my yield no buy. But previous subsequent years, no problem. They say, time of fertilizer, and Bruno Brangrano. That's season.
Oh, say, maybe a cafe.
Yeah, registration, and now I'm at any delay. Because I bear with the bureaucracy now, young mine and wine. In the air, you know, or no term, no best son. Now you have it free already. Yeah, who you?
Because you move on to the next people.
I'm policy on the starting in the and the deal. Nah, but sustainability. See, also there's all year for some time. Sources signal they are watching in the net. No way. It has to be repeatedly.
They'll be kind.
Because we are taught to us so now, Nebia, what a Bruno Bois, then you know, oh, Ghana, it was a sufficient brew. To feed the year, Biano, yes, spot 10,000 metric tons to Niger, Mali, Burkina, and the rest. Yeah.
And no be kind. Triana, the Obetriana, Catchum, no, a honor of the world.
I thought I just say about for our economy in the next 3 years.
Oh, no, just only the Abba people. Only said the Abba. Daily guide is
Obama headline was it majority justifies cocoa price cuts as government releases 855 million for farmers. You know, majority don't work no more. Attorney General AG failed to make case against me. To me and I can say Attorney General Janet TV so bonipa be say do asenium. Omunyina yi empemprande ne from munsem no mu na mo si forma mo si ono omonenam ho den kura say Attorney General no na me so te ha na srem sai amia wo no say ya tu send on the deputy no o mini Attorney General no kura
on na mini no ana na dwuma ye na kire say
dwuma na mini adwuma no ti wote ho ani apamo
ya wait ko
baba we so what do I say randi ya be say hama momode anyi no mampanya anyi sa
beguna ni masasa
na say case we srem sai na prosecute ye
say ono and the instructions of the
Attorney General. Unim, some say smart. And you see, I brought your credit didn't care who ye. I'm 7 years and I know more doing some more case. No, so some say updates about it. No, the or no, some say photo and no, my latest updates about the wood to me case.
Omo say you know.
Floppy bano. No, the Dominic I photo and I
say I pay na want to only for file submission
of no case.
Yeah.
Say criminal lord here will be Samawa. I'm relying on
only some now wakan.
You say who was some wakana no now say Kajes are bo me nyina no.
Kona kuya no.
Tie ni nyina mu no. Ba kokra ni wa otimi di ho adanse. Proving beyond reasonable doubt say what na maye. Eti judge ni hwim na de o kan no kra.
No case. Yeah, see.
But judge ni hwim na enye no kra dey bi. O asem ya no nti open your defense.
So nyame am
fe na wontumi so no no so den. Ono so be boni nkro. Wa friend na dance for na attend general side dey. Across examine no nti yehwe
nyame amfafie na se asem yikobubo attorney general kadana na nka mampanyin so attorney general kwan
wontumi case we pa de olusi dia
oluso yo
no nko Kwabena dubo ahedie so skura so no so kura de
first one you see ye for wontumi dia wontumi dia first one so wontumi dia na ye big issue how you know o dem mo so fun na nanom sama for obsi Kofi yet cry praise
ono do say
was hey you never was
hey be a petri
anyway want me the any test case let's see
acquire political and acquire a friend is saying acquire test and fancy because I take a political dimension
it's a political case simple and short
say be my hunu ensem wa ya ye ka so we are say no you test it with law and you who said the any ka no
no
crimes
anyway
Mahama signs 24-hour economy bill into law is in God man 60 has been arrested over guns and drugs sales. I'm sorry, I was in Granny feature no more when you Papa crisis years.
Oh no, no, the common no. I'm on the cool.
Oh, maybe.
So I saw the choir. I know you are there.
And also, we are moaning natural. Be a potential about Russian identity. Russian tourist identity in dispute. And the could do any some George can fast Russian one in Yano. Oh, muhead any more camp because Sani Pano, so we Russian Ukraine.
It is the more canny friends.
No, no, can be I'm a Russian. One in Russian.
Some Busa friends, the ambassador no Hano, also Munim no so. And I find a
Is our neighbor Magana, Fidibia be not you want to head the Indian or any day.
Indeed, also sometimes, well, some of this and paying for your dear son. I'm going to take you more time, go through the issues before they come out to make statements. I saw a penny dear so. Then Casa Penny said, and what has to be dear so. We are not in one box. Anyway, sometimes I'm going to take you more time. Sometimes I know me a trigger happy to do. Very much trigger happy. I suddenly buy now, but so could be. Who's a part or Yajuma. But me once no PBN. Some George say, minimum the interior communication ministry. Well, all the Nippon and I see you free. Oh, but I can't go apart from Professor Najina, one of the old in quick. No more Puku no Munina.
Mugazivio Gojero
so titi de koso no
I to force mu nyina anko
reshuffle no
may be maintained
ebi bebem e may be afrim e say Joyce Ba Mutari Professor Joshua Alabi they are likely to come in Hana Dusu obi free education ministry
akobel fufuro
ohun do yo
Manuel Kofi Boa we freelance and natural resource ministry
of our nice bibi so
I'm a journalist intimate
yes of our senior
yes I'm telling you what they do about
it I'm out for Joshua Mutari Joshua Alabi baba okay Joshua okay
Kofi Boa
obe freelance wo
obe free
oga how free ongo be
Hana Dusu
obe free education
okay Eriko Poku
obe free agric
Sam George ne
mama me 5 Sam George we no am
Senator Rollins obenya post
oh beautiful yenya akanda de no akanda de ne yenyima
obisi onko a defense
Senator Rollins benya post we dey make
medical doctor yen fa
help
Messi obenya post asa
what was obenya post
oh me I'm hoping for that yes. I'm praying for her
Senator Rollins obenya post
she's one of the best in the NDC right now
see when you post no I was very much surprised
yes.
Me too
Yes.
And the enemy titine say she was being groomed as a future vice president. The one person who be film be abede.
And there's one me mama for who's over to me.
No, sometimes
you have to keep them protect them.
I can for a mamra. That's in the free. I am feeling this kakra. So that's it. Sometimes it's true. But you see, I know here. Ghana is a land to have a female
president.
Even that, some are many bad there. Running mate. Just a paper within the politics is
the nation.
Oh, I said Julius Zebra, and I say she didn't get here, and I said, Dion Bob and Babadi, and a couple of Jim. Because you who president your baby fits in every weekend, and I said, she didn't get here, president, no one, no, same. Oh, of a many reason I make it. Because me named the Crawford, we mean, no crowd, I can't say Prof. Jane in Prof is a seasoned educationist, one of the respected women in our country. She was the first female vice chancellor of a public university of that day.
But let me tell you, also when you're in this.
You see, baby, I am not lying. The drone. And one is some.
You are not winning. I'm on a winning. And that's not a Prof. Mason. He eventually became president.
Yes, of course.
Baumia, Omaka, 20 years in Nipaba. Also, vice president, you come back as when you're BP. I mean, Raya, question Krabutadi, Karim Ramadan. What does it? Omabidi, it's one year for vice president.
Some more true and true. I say, if you don't get your part in India. Right. My Entwaso na Afi, the Chronicle. Enfa Chronicle, Entwaso. Cocoa farmers protest mid-season price cuts. And no, Ewaha, say Cocoa farmers say, da, Yentiase. Say, my name, Matiteso, baby, Yentiase. And no, Ewaha. Mahamas, 855 million Ghana cedis hamper for cocoa farmers. And no, I had to force him. And funny, I will hand to people and the cocoa from Kwa. And what did one more a buy, right?
And Trasso. You ever the daily gist? Daily gist, Kuakat and Trasso. When was the daily gist? Dickness. Up permanently, they come up. No, that. Now, daily gist says EC boss escapes mosquitoes dagger. Hey! Now, I said, don't get the we are second crano. We are minimum say shit. Now, party the bar power casse. EC boss need two deputies. They are not fit for
purpose. Yeah.
Now, at the bar, you move ban as you, or more fit for.
That's why you are not fit for president.
Yes, I can. One year, talk for me.
The second I want to honestly, send the David draw. Said, no, to me, baby catch will be career woman says she's not fit for purpose to serve as the EC boss of this country. Somebody, including me, is going to tell him that he's not fit to be president of Ghana.
Oh, that statement.
Oh, yeah.
Why?
Who now can as if so no MPP will be answered, sitting Kachabeya. No question so was half labera reason. On for baby because the way I was here
let's say some cars over.
Oh, nyabatre is it
Jebana Wama.
Julius is here because Obi Catcher says will be the president now when you're jogging. What's what I?
On this is boot no lazy and or the good baby. Wapekona be the good. Right.
NPP national chairmanship position goes for 50,000 Ghana cedis.
Hey,
so also the chairman NPP
50,000.
That's almost.
Now more France say.
Aye. MP graduate.
So to am say 500,000. So to have 4 million.
4 million the coverage point.
Coverage point the
I don't know when to. Mama can do it. Now correct chairman as
50 days.
Kwabena was here 8 years buy no. Messenger crowd be my kasi me to 4 million. Mo go give you one post. No so okay we ate we dey nyɛ.
Wa won we need that do dey nyɛ be kan.
E mra ba ko ani omu nyina Kwabena Japan we tua.
50 days so montum
50,000 this year. I 50,000 gram some bonus years.
Oh, 500 grand.
1 week couldn't sound bonus years. Visitors as a what petition OSP shrug over conflict of interest at Cocoa Board. Was cited Cocoa Board penny back fat ne jume bia. Now ye, now why ye, and the jume sign Cocoa Board. Say conflict of interest. or the home several commerce strike the OSP4 say or more any human farm. Cocoa farmers reject Muhammad's 28% haircut. When you haircut, say haircut.
Haircut.
Or who spelling here? Demonstration.
Or a headline. To be a shadow.
Demonstration on corner and iron number.
Oh, I'm
corner.
Hey, money bro.
Mama assents to 24-hour economy authority bill, and also I can want some that. Around for example, sex for grace pop up again.
About bill, about being a watch president in free.
Sorry, true.
Cause we're good gun and masena, baby a one. Oye Juma and ma ba hon mubi into wamra sa scandal the chain and quadie or president in
Film the intercapita mama nipa be
invest in no as on routine say only for
what did the SEO UK and right
Prince Watson
Prince Andrew Charles Chiriba you know on his 66th birthday yesterday he has been arrested by the British police. Prince. Now he's even a former prince. Former prince.
Former prince.
What is it? It means the
royalty in your year.
Money is it may take time, but eventually it will catch up with you.
Crime has no expiry date.
Jampo getting appointment by His Excellency the President to know me in a place like the shippers, whatever. Why? What is his locus there? So no, we're a political science lecturer, all right. What exactly is his expertise? Or the shipping authority who have different
offer bans on uniform.
I mean, he should not have been there in the first place. Yeah, sure, BBO or my Ghana. The cost you can offer enter any common for the British system. Pass ye bit me ye the whole prince ama Abraham brother, the king of the United Kingdom. I see a pussy at matching of Obedemo,
rule of law. Rule of law.
Parliament in
Mania so naya.
We are wine. We are wine.
But I had a passing be a car near the Jampo. To be quite feels asset declaration test.
Oh, no, see what was system.
A day. Such charge a bear, or also charge a bears on Retino. And that's
international.
Oh, okay.
Another people.
Right. Anyway, Yanko. Right. Ma Yentwaswaha na afe yemfa the statement. Oh, daily statement and twaso. Was a security and intelligence bill faces minority pushback. Afe nyo Markins in phone. And so our Hanum say na Sahini Ekasa minority no much say almost a fee also Mukosia Kasa fu die o mema ban watching brutal tine omo ye ya no baba omo ye ya na counter na aba abetokoko fo di omo de buy omo de I think 2 or 3 bi so asa ba we so aba beka ho a
miracles at Yabonting on your party functionary on your MP. He is doing the most. Parliament to the Bia Hafenyo. Oh, I can't way on a pay. You remember 20 years defender Canada.
Oh, second doesn't
or that's okay. Can once a mile today. Why? Hey, it's enough. We know. Let's move on. You have a whole job ahead of you. What have when again? No, what does it bring to MP?
Say bill no the 2 meaning na kwese national security apparatus no inside so I was a bill we mono and I change the NIB back to BNI.
I'm so montiasia da.
I'm so montiasia.
Minorities of
I'm so montiasia da.
What is it?
I'm so montiasia da. Oni omo ya adwene.
Na NIB no asense. Why NIB?
And I'm say
so mo na one NIB omo de ko BNI. Omo revert to river.
NPVC there be.
I because it didn't know omo so omo montiasia.
Okay. So I feel no matter. First, now because also minority.
The change from BNI to NIB was needless.
Yeah, me too. It's confusing.
And others had you in Azu change here. As I say, letterhead, stamps, on the sending in Avo
signage in your day.
Your bank used to say NIB. was so searching. You do baby now oh yeah newspaper cry na who the NIB.
Na ko you say bank
NIB bank in here can
say security for no.
It's going back to BNI. But I say can it BNI no? They Bureau of National Investigation. Say they call Bureau of National Intelligence. That's a different thing. NIB na National Intelligence Bureau. No Bureau of semantics. I'm say BNI no. BNI for
NIB dey say be discount.
Na be ka say NIB for me ka say me ko loan.
So it's going back to BNI, and I fully support that.
Anyway, so let's wait and see what happens. Mahama asks to remove Totobi Kwachi over assets and also Yedika Kahonsem Edadaha. MP reveals looming scandal at Kuku Board. We as a four call Vincent Akusifo Ansamna.
Honestly, I admire his work in Parliament. When him say, no, yes, Sunyani West, Sunyani East MPB, Lady Bina, and Katikati.
Then the Brofonian,
and then Brofonian called for Trono on a bro for 7 hours. But I still admire her, her grit. Say, on Impase, the Brofono is a problem to the mate. And your no matter the heckling, she will still carry through what she wants to say. Over. People are saying, say, the so-called overwhelming majority are NDC World Parliament, more than 90% of those members, are in the words of a syndicate are not fit for purpose because debate in Parliament they can't contribute. Unfortunately, MPP on the opposite side, some 10 years ago used to have. I'm not saying seven crack 7 news around. And so now we go them to me kasa. I'm 8 years NDC for to me MPP be on popular at the Pamo Momokoi. One say say we mu e brofo no nye no. The brofo nye no, nye brofo no should not be the barrier. What the sorry na can be no matter what because you break na the Arab stamp brofo kwase ne yete. Etiase. Na wa brofo ye no kwotena ho. Om kwotena parliament be say MPP for be kwotena parliament be 20 years of am more crowd parliament that. Meanwhile they are perfectly good on paper.
Yeah. But say kasa no.
Yeah.
Ona say o communicate no be ante wase enche wa communicate o ye o kasa o to brofo na ba na be ka brofo akese bom na mante wase ade no baka
ba ko kre trema na so meka
o sila
okay
first come ba mo ka brofo bom akese o kana mante ase a
wa
communication
no
no ba na o kan 2x4 na mete wase a it's good to go. Yes. Anyway ti mayanto so ewa ha land minister cracked down on mining fronting.
What you remember, so we won't crack it down on anything.
Baby, I'll quack. No, no, I could say,
say crack down there. I've been a
say, crack
it down.
Mining,
anyway, right.
Call the new weekend crusading guide. Yes, new weekend crusading guide. CDD Fortes Mohammed's reset agenda delivery. CDD neka husha for consumers. It because me who here CDD so cry who say apart from changing the individual human beings who used to occupy some positions and bringing the NDC there, that is the only tangible reset happening. And maybe if you are like my good brother Mr. Sisa, the dollar rate now above from the
phone. Man credit. Home man credit na taxes no man credit.
Yes, but almost all other things, security, internal security and external, we are found wanting. And President Mama is going to have a lot of questions to answer if he avails himself any day. NPP National Council of Patrons congratulates Bawumia. 11 years Dansuman land dispute. Supreme Court affirms alphabetous title. Okay, we can move on. Kokofu eyes NPP General Secretary slot. Henry Kwabena Kokofu, former
Doctor Lawyer Henry Kwabena Kokofu.
Bantima Abrantie 65 years. Inkoyi Justin Kudio 42 years in Infro. No Nkudi Secretary. NPP mu. Me name MPP from Penny for. They are no more. Say na Kokofu kan ka chairman. 65 chairman. What is secretary? What is secretary? Oh. Abrantie so you mean wo money?
Omo na nam hu na o sumi omtu no sumi.
Eugene.
Eugene. You be general secretary. Can you 2 weeks can MPP be good?
Oh yeah.
Eugene.
So no ko kunya sa.
Masa.
Ya ba tutu jagu.
Asa me mpeso so hono.
Ayo. Mamenka bi
general secretary now o na chief executive officer of the party no bia ba wanim no. Na the Eugene bu acha akotna.
Akotna o.
Mo ja just go dia no yin.
Thank you. Mamenka kakran for the yeso. CEO of a public organization like political party, open conform on my CEO, Fabibi say Justin.
Why Justin?
Also, onye tutujeku, onye dede. And that's all the assembly to any man or my reply. That is what a CEO of a major public organization like that should behave.
How?
How? What do I say?
But sometimes some of this character behavior is also important in managing.
And the chairmanship, fine.
Chairman,
there, we get somehow on a work fine.
The Oma Messio, Mama Boom, the Oma Messio, baby, or
Oma Messio, path. I mean, who didn't 65 was the well, from Quay. Obetma, I compare sitting at was also around the same age when he was a secretary for NDC. But it's a different matter altogether.
What makes it different? Then
what makes it different is say. Who was there? As an sitting Babaji secretary in free or more. Who was the NDC secretary then? Well, what makes it different is that these are two different parties. One thing is this: in politics of this nature, no, baby Africa account. Oh yeah, factoring and considerations. So who say nipa what is so secretary no? Yeah, sebi asante for Justin Kodua. No asako fa asante for Kukufu. Ene asante for Eugene Wache. So omonko prayer. Mo asante for MPP for no. Ade.
Machichemu.
Ade. Mo yakora for man na say dey adentia.
And now no abroad ye din PA so be pray a friend say is it youth organizer or organizer? Because me krom ni wom. Bro ni obeka be ni kwa party house. Bentim ko ka wo mengi. Simple. Eso ya no de da. Eso tina sampa kan no. Oso MPP mu nyina just.
Aso it was okay.
That's an dose to do.
So how can you put Eugene Wache, Kufu, Justin Kodua all going for one general secretary? And then I just go to I see Jinifro, they go for Kufu and I say you watch me.
Anyway.
So that's
anyway.
Just in bed to us.
Right.
Maybe we have.
Okay, yeah, for the informer Kuwakatano and so and to so also cocoa farmers yell at Mahama restore our price now. Informer Kuwakatano the all canon Edika Kadada. Serene insurance back local capacity to underwrite marine cargo risks. And also so elha
bakono
me transfer bakono kisia jamin survives Machiavellian taxes as business for
I like the photograph.
Now kisia jabi order so no e na Martin Kwebu
ono the business position part
Kwebu so ono ne de no nko you
of very good baby
tie ne ye
oni bibia o de ko baby
chief justice say when to establish prima facie no time a president ne krata ba so nya na fe no no ne de no odeko de no de enso no esesa ku
oni bibia
with this prima facie way no lawyer Bafowa I raise questions about the say chief justice Mrabontin no make prima facie no muyi magana fo ho because already di tokono any the way na we more way chance
shall also say there no omuma ayi
well
no, let's be fair. Let's be very fair. In this process, as our constitutional process, you can't compel the chief justice to come and explain to you how I explained the prima facie case. Charlotte said, "Dear, by say why establish a prima facie? What a committee report on basi you to know in you too know." How was
that doesn't mean that we shouldn't ask questions at this moment.
I didn't tokunu dear.
Okay.
You got tokunu dear anyway. So let us be very fair. In future, some person says Sambrano says a chief justice prima facie determination on famra, then the law has to be changed.
Okay.
Say nothing in the law compels her say him say chief justice say.
So can't we know say we a prima facie case because I'm still referencing Tokono anyway now.
And American.
Yes.
Over the years, yes. That is how it is. Say chief justice say president you say omo say establish a prima facie case and no. So we should let them say there be mom you say here yes some be mrabe compel no
some rabon
but me crowd wa kokko say fabra be chirichirim
of an say papa obondi we lawyer
and American no
e bia onim say mrabe compel no
Come here, go ahead. A friend says Charlotte said, you know.
Comparison
free home.
Okay.
Why is the current administration? No one charge via who's the power?
Make a reference.
No, what?
And you're on the previous, you know, be there and all the reference you with. Yeah, on the to
what stops anybody who thinks Charlotte was also treated unfairly to also raise questions? Maybe the Supreme Court should also come out.
Yes, so I'm also raising.
I'm
also raising.
Why raising?
I'm also raising.
But we didn't know. Because me a just yet. Honestly speaking, because by any lawyer, you can say you pay charges abo am easier. In fact, I mean you should keep it way. I support the easy to continue. Honestly speaking, because me have one thing say Ghana na your politicians no omumuma in higher authority.
Okay.
Because I'm heard you ma Charlotte and Jean aye easy wa after giant 20 years one to me anya say adwuma.
So the revered Afarijan.
A lot of the improvement we have seen in the EC in the last 15 to 20 years. Am I mean it by? All the proper, the transparency, and even bettering the data innovation. Am I mean it by?
But almost time na technological advancement.
I
have for a time.
We have some for a analog time.
1992. Dr. Josiah Aye, and I acting EC. Or call here for a job by, and that's why we started having transparent
ballot boxes.
So the reforms.
Or no, the picture by, or the color picture by.
Every 4 years we are reform no ba.
Fine, but and it just said that we have had more reforms.
We have no verification, no vote.
We have had more reforms in these two ladies' tenure compared to
every election. There are reforms.
Oh, it is a boy mumma. And you didn't say be your man.
What kind of blanketly sad I have a problem because look at your mumma. Why then we put them there?
In politics, and I'm making. Of politics, I'm mad. The mobile politics more.
Man, you post. I say, I'm not for.
I can't say too much about it.
Happy about.
I've got to would you say be perfect or easy?
That's how my examples.
Thank you. And they attending artists at Ghana for the Africa. Okay, na social media, my radio knows and the but still now could be because we trouble now. It could be a trouble.
That's no one for trouble.
Oh, but the idea they're too bad. Charlotte especially. Any mammy we all manner of allegations.
Me and oh, we yesterday MPP for a ball.
Charlotte it was
it's
backward.
So to me,
it's not fair.
I'm very happy say you man free.
No,
when me dear make us in Ghana. So obedi nkunim wabatu mu a enye electoral commission.
I want to hear you
me say Afarijan na ono Rollins and the Denisi so no. Organized in 1996, my Rollins winning.
Yeah.
Organized in 2000. Rollins doba, we name a doba of so many solo decoration. Or we photo. 2004, Kufosa winning. 2008, 2 minutes free MPP ho echo NDC. 2012, NDC say winning. And NDC for or call time NDC for the Charlotte say by. What will you be expecting?
I say Charlotte the one money pass.
Obien himself
your picture Kuraman who was standing for NDC Kurape.
Yeah. Obien himself your Mahama the Charlotte Aba. A certain president wa appointed EC or we are a BC Ghana. So why should we worry ourselves say
easy
this is influence change do be back and sana about to me akoye. If you are vigilant at the polling stations, you win.
Simple as that.
And this is what I say. MPP for try ballot to come. In 2024, okay, Dr. Frank Makwene, I had not came away. Maybe I'm a I told you, hey, I know better. I see. And also one year me. Omo monitor Cassia, not the ballot papers. Air court baby, and they stop it. Whether true or not, but they won the election. Ah, na Charlotte say the men's ano na na day. It is a what we all say. This is EC chair. Oh, the naba. And Obabuam winia. It won't work.
Anyway.
And you can say, bra, and this winning power now. Hannah Dusbeka say, a President Mahama intention is say, obey EC chair everywhere. But time you better about so no because mammy way. You know. But after winning no moon say, my meaning to me ye be ma ubi.
Oh, na me just
we should allow these people to work.
Exactly.
What did he say? MPP for the appoint him. Now we you will still win.
With all the allegations MPP leveled against Charlotte say. And you want to declare President Akufo-Addo winner of the elections in 2016. We declare no more say they were corrupt engineer.
And I'm making. So that is your target is here buy you be too no. Allow the person to do
his work. That's all.
I was very happy say I deal with here buy. I can tell you what the fufu could be because almost all the charges now
and they do not
and no one know the coin. Who said the same charge qua law your friend double you paddy. I do be as someone who a jano no. Who said the qua in
so the a better and better
giving you this all the charge for
yeah.
So the same charge now the same chrono bonwa. Yes, so
we charge somebody charge for be any baby.
Yes. People so for no
people cast all charge no. Then this program
anyway,
only charge.
I'm very happy to say you nya no man nya adwuma. Me say yi sa mentality no
that institutional way.
That time na azuma oboboxing no. O se ni referee ni dey.
Ono ani kutuku or the
because who say one obi kokon no 12 rounds new year e be kase yabo no it won twa ma 12 rounds no ball to form na wuntimi sorry a referee make say we win am ya it's this how politicians should do their work send this ya ban omubui so omubu ni year ombe win 2028 but so ma mu ni na sesa manfo bu sesi asase ya fu kokofo de ya asase second year yi se to say ya Ombe poto.
Anyway, what I'm to ask you?
Okay, but some district, poor rules, resource constraint force, expectant mothers. Lake Road, 2017, and another bar. A high school junction, back at the sword. Yeah, first one now from Coca-Cola Brewery Hall, and you go see fire service. You and the free walk on could do with the no. Why ya could do baby. Now in the master the yard hokra. Why ya tra a vijan quantaka crack. If you walk on baby, I chema un to me. Free. Regional Mr. Simon, Dr. Duchum,
Krum,
Umuhunina.
Dr. Duchu won the title no.
Dabi.
Was some Shakespeare.
Shakespeare.
Kenny Asin Gates. And Brian Lamos. Abetifi Elon Musk.
And I wear day.
Wale
Adam Smith.
Japan's a party historian. On the party history.
Lake Road after now.
I don't know now what can na MPC wa ha no wo kontokwa but o se yeka because eyediemu sabiu MPP from a friend free sama ba beti aban so mfie nwotwe enye mfikitwa 8 years yankase developing crime obi yankase me developing crime ba modiemu a bebi a munyam vote kase free mo mfie ne ko kan na me problem
mo the papers na go say
president no free no free Ashanti road.
Let's free man. It doesn't matter.
Yes, a party no. Was a party no.
MP4.
Party no.
47 MPs.
That time no need di anymore. Keto say ke jamfu a. We no organize no asem okai. Osi kwesi amu akwata nyambetu aka. Wanyim kwa ma. Oso konfa ne krom kwa ben. Asphalt ye gu ni 6 inches. Osa koba 3 months no.
Yes,
another 6 inches.
12 inches.
Atoso. No see when you krom kwa nyambetu aka. Did no cat.
Anyway.
So until MPP
but still they can be exonerated.
Omo lobby skills and then
it can be exonerated, don't you?
Because another for Ashanti region. Kaya central market home yenkoto aba. What do you man na gu form on kayiti on. Who some say invasion neto aba no. They didn't vote.
That's not president go for Ashanti region. Apart from bridge na nya no asafo interchange no dey be dey be kan. And e bia madam.
Oya ko for emergency.
Na make am.
Ko for set people down.
8 years no. Ashanti fo nya ya bridge na oya na asafo no. And emergency na oya no kwan for no chine dey be dey kan.
Oh oya niam bebre. For the maternal health care bama the whole Ghana. Health insurance, capitation. They did all the things for the nation.
And I said na free just the whole Ghana nya bi.
Good. But oya the koto aba na kwesi say.
Oyedi.
Before the year I say no 2008 a cartona bro na MPP breaking 8
Kazen says a Kazen 0 point something percent.
Yeah. On the MPP was.
Oh, it is
they were 48%. 48.something%. Yes.
And they did in a first round and now do BT friends say
Mills, yeah.
Now, before the account, Nanado was hugely popular as well.
Nanado,
yeah.
Sabre no popular.
Nana has been popular for a long time.
But
popularity.
Already on the development
of yes, I agree.
He rode on the
and I'm adding saying the popularity so played a factor. Because Nana was huge in MPP.
Nana popular MPP more. Honey be a own difference. Nanado was popular in MPP in 2008.
Yeah.
But to the general public, he was not.
Okay, now the perception
to
is
the general public,
after losing 2012 now, Supreme Court petition. I disagree. We should move forward. And when the fortune started, says, so no was our corresponding 2008.
If you want to start to be a Christian fan,
sir, no,
you
yeah.
Because Lake Road, what the company for we me and sir.
Yeah.
You are both
and you're paying for get to
Lake Road.
Regional minister,
regional chairman,
education minister. Your chairman a one people more Ghana Hanuma. More back you know
the chairman now
he's the most popular now.
Yes.
To me was so powerful.
And a whole education minister.
So it's only a regional minister. Now can say Brakrana project ba kope. They can was ma. Who be just Road at all. And the cocoa pass say foot soon to go futru. And so talk right there kwanu to me faso.
Now what the entrance of
over to us. Where we go
Man 60 in Nakok okay same crowd ya Canada. Time into
right,
ni what was story bi ha na ka be ka ba o de yenya because so far kufu the other infant to
beto aso you wish you be break am once more ha no say ni what scientific herbal hospital Dr. Nimo en na pamfo no say bra na yade bi e ha obi no be bi akwa akwohye bi no ye momoden na yentu ase ema wo bema wo ba awo ho ayedin e de amaw se sei ebi na ewiwi ankwada yi ho nsem obei ada na so ko wi akọ Dr. Nimo ho na bebi ayade no hye bia no onsiesi honom kama afise ne na nka kwada eda wona so sanso na yade bi ha wo titru mema mu prostate na ha aba ho wo sa obrebo ana wakoma ha aba ho kokram set biada ene bebi a hye bia no fa kodan no sanso na nsayade ahodo na ati egu so a ha wo a eno nso odi ho dwuma ente hyewa esichi yade mujamro so typhoid yemu kro emubuye dompe na honamu ene ha aba mu ntwere ene ha wo hepatitis A, B and C and then channel referee assem yade bia de fakoda Dr. Nimo hwe na kira kwan okumase ene enkan kumase e wa tonsu Monaco junction ye na adanso rural bank na die no hwe enkan mile 7 overhead na ekotantra kwan so no ye be Janet Corner ye adwuma free dwada ekosi memenda anopa no so bo pemu a na ibi ya prokopense no nsia ebebo a ye beka atumu fraying 0244 087 687 0244 087 687 and 0279 087 687 0279 087 687 na yenye wo so
so say aka 2 weeks na ye beto ayawa so is abano musa na nkwa na yin nya ready na
we dey musa wuti ti we dey be yi ano
aka musa na nkwa musa na osuro na no de no
enema nkoyi
ozi hu ti boni pa ava to hu ti boni pa Mrs. Charlotte ne kisi die ya odi acho ehu na aba obi na odi asem na to na ga kase die
but on the more serious note report there's a report no kwa president sat on the 6th January
2025 ana
2026
yeah on the 6th
report mo pile am nyane o
26 okay on the 6th January why was it released this week
because this is the right time to calm tempers What I say?
No.
Politics strategy.
Report to strategy. Now say be no more and you're content with it. Say why how should this?
I say by I clearly the talk around Cocoa and
social media. The most trending issue.
Cocoa Twitter. They what trend pie around the
Abbey. And to me, you money.
Oh, baby. And Raul Papa, she has no going because that's why in open time.
Anyway, then come messages in the Kakayaba, if I didn't come on a year. Or say the 24-hour economy policy was just a political gimmick. It's like building a tower on a very weak foundation. Our cocoa farmers, on the other hand, deserve a guaranteed, secured, and stable producer price. This was the main reason for the establishment of Cocoa Board. So, if the current managers cannot achieve this, why do we still keep them there? Cocoa have been the backbone of the economy since the colonial times, but the farmers have unfortunately been scammed for all these years. They deserve better. Hashtag Baumia Twasu 2028. We Masawood our Bantama and Ode Abrain Nanope. Security, good morning. Say, when do we, the cocoa farmers, what are we going to have our money? Ejo fori dominance bekwai Ashanti. Ejo fori yesi ashasi etua ntiminim time amo ebedrum so. Nti ye de beba. Befi ewa dwato say the Manso incident was uncalled for and must be condemned by all well-meaning Ghanaians. The Galamsey fight must be tackled with human face as well. Again, there was a massive demonstration by angry cocoa farmers yesterday. Fellow Ghanaians, all is not well in the cocoa growing areas. Smuggling of cocoa seems imminent. Regards to Honorable Asenso Boakye MP. Let us say for your message. As I'm King Dave from Efija saying the rate of corruption scandals going on in the GS must be attended to. How can someone with SHS qualification be posted to a primary and kindergarten, but immediately the person pays for reposting as quickly as possible? The posting changes to meet his or her qualification. Is it qualification of the Onope? All right. If this government wants to fight corruption, they must look into this. Glorious birthday, okay. Teacher Kujo Watepa and Susu say the government should look for money to pay the cocoa farmers and stop the gimmicks with his phantom 24-hour economy. The policy is like building a tower on a very weak foundation. Our cocoa farmers, on the other hand, deserve a guaranteed, secured, and stable producer price to support the industry. This was the main reason for the establishment of the Cocoa Board. So if the current managers cannot achieve this, why do we still keep them there? Okay, yeah, that's it. Message, was saying repackage and or the other voice messages and remember the boy at the amamu. Golden Boy Anas Ewaman Ponte. Good morning. Let me greet Chairman Nanakosi and Chairman Kufulu of Kwabena East. The National Propaganda Party, NPP, especially their communicators and their so-called serial callers, they are threatening to provoke the cocoa farmers to demonstrate any demonstration due to the reduction of the cocoa price. So let the NPP party understand that if the government reduces the cocoa price, it doesn't mean the Ghanaians are going to vote for the NPP. Never. It can't work for that way. And again, one day, the EC boss will be sacked. Yes, okay. And also, the political parties, any amamone aye wahane de. Untimin kase we be vote ama we na we unhunu ya. Aya 2016, aya 2024. Anyway, DJ Opaidemo Ewo Kumase Swam say NDC government again. The last time NDC government chop teachers and nurses money, but now they are eating farmers. Hey, Masa, come again. They are chopping, they are eating. Okay. And also, they are or they are braying and no. Right. I took Kwamna Ewa Humana so Kwakudin Komo. Abba na yakohwe amanso kwesi so obemaye details as to what happened that they had formed the basis of our discussions this morning on the program na yahwe said and some no ebe konti ato already na wama yakona yene na edin komo manso akwesi so atokwa amena ewo ahoma no so ato hello ato
okay wadi
hello
okay wadi hello, KOD.
Oh, mon chat to ye ni mami. Mon chat ni ye mami. yen sabeka to kam na yeno no atos ado hello right ye say but ato yentie we ma yenko akwasi so na yentie nsem a ekọ so ho no boy ma na o de yenko why
Yo, Kewodi, Medase. Se medoba aye manson akwasi so a ewo amanse atraye mansima a ne kuro pone manson bibia. Abra me no kasa yi eho anyo kura. Yan kasa eho anyo a emabu ne wo ho ahemfo wo ho ene eye adehye wo ni nyina no akabo ma ti am no kasa yi. Obia ani abra obia ye kire pa na ne nyina ne se obehwa manson potem de Jumade ba ko mudi no pa aye afamutu nwa gudie ye do pa bia sika wo ha ma so ne potemu akwate so eka ho na abrantie bia wanya finhia aduonu 20 years ye fan Evans Alote oko school ewo aye Kompanoche senior high school wa santimantem ya na nhwemu a kire se enima mu aye din kakra ade ama no ewo school mu ho enti otubata eba aye ma so akwate so se oba na kire se wabaye mine ibi se ne be betumi anya sika kakra na ono so dia call back na oda kotua any school fees ana se nema hodo a ohia o school no oda kotua ndi oba na oba manso aye akwesiso na oba aye no baabi a owo a omoye adwuma no omoye chamfa adwuma ne bi na chamfa efo no asanko gold mine for waste product a omatu agu no ebo no na omkosesa na omoba na obanyam ndi omo dia na omo nyam no fie omo hyeda ni ebush sa omo ben efie kakra na omo nyam no na eno na 9 months aban apa omo so ehwe na omo nkuntie epomutu hu agudie no omo bebo base bi ma so nyankoma se a ma so nyankoma so no eho na omo te na obehwe asase yantan bi a nansen land minister Honorable Kofi Amaboa eba ya woni regional minister omo nyina eba ya omo ko hwe tasas no makata so nyina na wo kwan no ho no tasas no makata so wiye no omo due enua wo so nti eho na omo de saa namotfo no akotara se omo hwe no omo moban se ne ebe ya enua no obi mese na na se tasas no makata so no obi so ma na ometu efumagudie ewo tasas no so nti namotfo no ete wo omo bo ya tasas no eho ban na asas no namotfo no ebo ban no sisi ya no omo jai sa bambo no bobo no atowo ena omo sole a omo call mining site by mining site ena omo di mandi sika edi free mining site owners for no ene omo ba wa site a de omo ba na site edutu control board ono omo kan ebi a 5000 no maje 10000 no maje 20000 no maje omo tumi GB 1.5 billion nyina na se omo ba wa site no wanye sika fa momo a no mo achew no mo do ba o omo kampo ena omo ba abro mbablo de enya asem gotoa ade a ekoso for the whole of this week nyina no me ne this year ho no yakwa pro mpetem wo se this year obo entro kakra ho na niam ahodu ane manfo hia no o de akoto omanim ana se ene sika na banda ba no emputuduma hodu ho no na o de atoto omanim na kese wahwe no waye temputuduma de amomo ba bi ebeko bia no minus one nsem mo kan nyina ne se the way and numbers for no edu omo fashion na nya asem gotoa sika mo ba site a omo gie omo ba site omo gie no ade a anu odin de ma omo na nka site ne kwa na omo ba no ba kokura enkan ha omo na so omo within week no omo tumi ba no be 3 times to 4 times omo ba bia so a omo ba gisika e from one sika no omo so sika na anu odin a omo ni kamafo a oka de ama omo na di omo san aye kura ne sisi ano omo tete ma ne bobe no nan enti wa bra mine no wo wa wutu fuma gudie no wa ye adwuma no wa kuru sika nyina awie na anadwe na wo ba wo be yi de friend black no na omo ba pe no mo hyase na omo tututuo ne hu bo na wo dwane ja black no ho a na soldiers fo yi from numbers fo no omo sa gold na mo mahoro no mo twa black na mo yi gold na fum no ma sa no mo de come camp no man kasa akofro no omafa enti omo ba sa ma so kwese so no abrantie ye fa ni Evans Alote a ko school a ko fa na chi senior high school wono na omafro omo twa black na e de si wo And the time my soldiers for no edu ho na mutututuo no. Na ohun se o dwane eja black na ho e de akọ. Na no soldiers for no buy na ebe no to na be say say obedwane age ne kra nkwa. Eno na amna bi eda ho no okoto mu. Okoto mu a wo to o dwane atwa no. Ekodo bi ne mu aye den dia ma na fi na abrante na o mem o nsuo na se. Eno na abrante ba ko a na ono so awo site wo ye na be say da bi. The way a ne nua no esi bi epre o nsuo mu obewu. Ndi wana ke so no beto nsuo mu no akọ no akoyi ne nua no. Soldiers for no edi tuo edi se ne so ka chene se wonim na se oto nsuo ni mu a wana ke so koyi abrante na obebo ne tuo akuno. E ma soldiers for no ka abrante meeting wo mo bo no bro pa anya asam kotoa. Enti omu hu se soldiers for no hu se abrante na fidie ne nsa e wo soro no edi ni nsuo mu a odi ni nsuo mu na opre na fidie ompre bio no. Soldiers for no eja omo ho edekoi na nka omu ja omo ho no enka gold na na nkesi wo no nka omu nya gold nfama aye addition wo no na so sable no gold black na omo afro aye adwuma di asisi wo no omo sisa sa gold ni nyina edifro edekoi omo sisa gold ni nyina edifri sa site wo edi gold ni koi soldiers for no sisi ano black na omo sisa na omanse wo aye amanse atoye mansi mu ho ya de a ha omo pa eno ena nam so amene ka sai ohene oho eni asamne me oho eni addition na woni na
for tutie akoso a ye bi kan ene fe so a o ma sa de we ni esi ne ba ko ne ni enu
because omo ba dibina me ni bi omo ba omo discount de ma omo e ma weekend bia na mo ba giska no enu achi no mo san e ba back a mo sa tutum control board na mo san de omo ni pa sika mu e de omo ba mo site mo ba na mo san de omo sika twitwi de mo odu na ke say botan ti aban de mo ba se mo mla na mo ba ko ti afuma gudie no ana se mo mla na mo ba hwe se ebi obi ya de enye no mo hwe na mo kuntia no afi de botan no omo abla botan no sisi ano gold na omo agye e wo maaso ho nti omo de mo ka kira aban ne se omo ma aban na so atete omo ameyi saa namos no emfe mfiri eye maaso nyankomase a ye se omo bo nyankomase eban omo bo asase akata so ho ban e wo ho ene kwaye ho ban e wo ho ene nsuo so ho ban no isi a adehye ne ke se saa ebie ni nyina no omo agye omo yi omo ni afiri so because isi aba maaso a obi enu wo kwaye ma wo ye adwuma obi enu a wo nsuo ho a wo ye adwuma ena obi enso ni wa sisi a no oye illegal mining bia e wo ho omo ye illegal mining no obi a ono okura pickers ena ono de ye sankofo no ba sankofo ya ye come what tata omo die akwa small scale mining for no ena omo okura nkata ena ye tata omo bibusa omo se na omo ba omo bisa mo nkata na omo se dabi omo bisa omo nkata waba di onim ne se okontrol body watutu na waje no de ko enti sisi a no soldiers for a ye dey tax pay money editu omo ka no sisi a no omo adane afri bamba abane so mebo no ho ena sisi a no omo nam side by side na omo gisika ahodo di free miners for no ho sa sika omo je no so sika emu odu sa sika no so ebi empo enko aban no ho se omo gigi sika na nka omo gi eto e wo so aban omo tu eto de ma aban no kwa de anka be ka se bia omo bai no omo sika omo gigi no omo de bi ko ma aban no ba sa sika no enko aban ho afidi akobi se braka mine for no aye adwuma awie anka mo be yi gold na film no see soldiers for no ebo no nan a no mo ba side by side no mo gigi sika no mo agigi gold no e de free aye mine for no sem akoya ho sem ene ade anu odi
Kessben FM
ma so me no ka say nti abranti e fa no Evans Alwete a okọ school wo Kwabena senior high school no wa hwere ne nkwa edem soldiers for etuom godo to no ma so akwete no wa hwere ne nkwa o mu ya the deputy ntima na ya pa ne say abranti a wo hye tuntum no ya na adwo so wakwaje no soldiers for no twa ba ti ne so say onim onu a otiti nso mabo ne tuaku no o me shoot no e ma abranti no entumi angwaje ne nua no nkwa e wa abra ne nua no etumi ahwere ne nkwa ya awro ho sem pa nti kewodi ubisa me a ye nam so a eye manso adubia abato pesu aso manso akwati so adehye ho ani abere ne ohine ho ani abere ani asamre mema ho ani abere ni nyina ne se 9 months a aban ne se mebo ban e manso nyankomase asase ya yakata so no sisi ya no omagya asase na to na omnam side by side na omoje eye galamsey for no esika edi egbo mankasa ebotom sisi ya mo asa atra mo hwie ma afidi ye gold in the city ano almost sa free mining for no.
Yeah, that's it. I think the point is well made. Maybe I'll see in Saka. Thank you very much. Atu Kwabena a reporter on Okopiem our Manso Akwesiso. Yeah, reporter course on any course hono wa boy amane enche e wa kodin komo ya small scale miners omo PRO e be din komo enso e de afa ho. Nei galamsey no yi to ase anase ye shemu kena. That's the big question. Yeah, Yebusa. Are we trying to do away with galamsey and now say we are rather expanding? Now, yeah, the Nema Euremu. We'll be discussing these issues. There were Hanum say 9 months no. Say that me kayo. Say obi ba say galamsey. So you found the candy omoba. First one the second one now my brasi. Third one here 2 ne kuta ono. Besa dani de also. Because sikadie. That the question is, sir, local community mining one why na ekasa yeti no. Akwa kusihi. Do we involve the chiefs? Do you involve the local people in fighting galamsey? Sikade yankopɔ de ahye wo se yentu. Ba kwan ya fa so etu no e ho na problem na ewo. Pese minkumnya bi ya bamu. Ana se aban sam na okan se wo be ko galamsey no akono. Ne nsa agene. Land ministry ne land minister Imanama Kofibua musaya se mutu galamsey so sa akwa akosisen eya mfuturo na mbetugu yani anasa sen ne te ojafo ha be wura sansen mu na yedi enkomo ba enche be akodi nkomo wo the small scale miners woman so de omo edeka ho but it is sheer wickedness, let's put it bluntly. Se onipa da seni se wo dwane kura se chese muhu na atoro so no wakoto nsum na obi apress up kwa koyi no na se de bi kokoyi na ebebo otu akun. Brings back to kwaya faswa yesu military onu the training are different to police for anka ebia sanema we ensi but military man onu ne dia ya kon do ka some military man enko keep law and order everywhere place. These are some of the things we are going to witness. Ebe hu sanema we bi ti enko si da ben na Ghana. We put the right structures and let the right structures work. Ewo ye memu ha. Se yakase the soldier for ba aye nema na soldier for kro ma nimu na asabio ye was some kind of respect to be any cloud be no mo no ebe free ho. Nti ye nyuso soldiers no for these things. Na sa respected na nei to memufo ne omode abo ani no. Ka police for ne keep law and order. Have you lost trust in the police? Nti ye lose trust e wo soldier for mu ana. Na ye kosa where will our nation head towards? Efa ne ye beko. Mbey fon kentino mo ho. Impanyinfo enkentino omo ho sesabio mine no so yese kire ne yamam ye tekra wodwom ne wuhunu amanfo momo eye ana ase ye konso a we should be very careful. Ekoba ba be so nyina ye kwan ano nyina ye kwan ano ene ba be so ya yo anyway abejafo hanum ye bedin komo na wafa
enkoja asomra
enkoja asomra ba bedin komo no eye
okay ebusafo anopay obasima obusua no breakfast be na odema omo say Milo if you say nourishment energy active days omo dia ban enya agrokra o say mommy daddy, do you know why children leave home very neat and return looking so different? I tell you, non-stop action, all the learning and sports burn energy, so those sweat stains, torn uniforms and dirty shoes, they show that your kid has been very active. That is why they need nourishment and energy at breakfast. So give them the nutritious Milo every day. Milo contains vitamin D that supports energy release to help their daily performance. Milo, the energy to go far. Do pesa korano busuani nyenya hoden si wo so anopa koba. So enoa ni Milo. O my no for cry the brand new Milo no de aba no nourishment and energy o de ahyem no de mu no nyina no akora no nya hoden
ya fa to anim ese enei school bi epe akyerkyerefo ya mabokui na omne omo edi djuma ha qualified teacher na chese amount tie ye nei o baby am koya ko ne ya kire o si and friends obo onion ozinyado mzi the ochire nkola yenini na we nkola no benya beden ha wonyantetie anka bia won kasa ne ma no ti de wabin ya kire na de so betimi akire de no na school ye pe no na ye adwuma so what is me so lete any receive meka letter application letter na meka ho asemi na audio curriculum vitae de aka ho na audio aba Kessben FM front desk ewa Aseda House ha ana se obetimi the application no afa email is academyofdestiny7@gmail.com academyofdestiny7@gmail.com 7 is figure 7 to the academy nature na wabo the art no sign no na ode ko email gmail.com amsabeka na eho no ye ne watoa so e de free ho
Fanco Enterprise be fan to them say we a plumber we a contractor we see be da man no fiera one na see dan na open doors apono papa na we dey see ano de ne ya no ba wontimi muani a China doors any take doors nyina Fanco Enterprise to be ave plumbing materials nyina de papa you be see fie won sampa woni abie de nyina bi ho mo jacuzzis shower bath cabinet basin water closet WC 4-in-1 shower so maka to shower no say the fufuru bi aba the cremofon de ablution no kai ni nyina bi abata ho very nice so some people are innovating to be so modern say if you are a contractor plumber koto niema nyina wo Fanco Enterprise na ebo no o mate say hu tianya de gogo de ni pie the Fanco Enterprise and we de ebo ya teso a ekoko yenya de ateso de how bro ya teso kota o beto
ya teso kuku
koko de teso de how bro
we de fa how ma
we de teso ma de ma no bona kama what me ato de so to nyina Fanco Enterprise e showroom you baako ewo brofood Fanco Plaza ho oba Kumasi adum so a omo showroom wo Oyera FM echi ope one Tony Sack Electronics in the dim share mo for 0551 011 767 0551 011 767 afi 0555 047929 0555 047929 Fanco Enterprise, complete home with a smile.
Kessben University College na to Sadia Free Kessben University College yeboa na chese university ametimi abode me say sibe bode ahoahoa me ho because you take for stamp so say pine how magiatum ya sade ho abo KNUST school kese ba ko a wo Ghana hanoma womo eye very credible na de ho abo mo na ompewe na apede hen yen campuses no eye mienu ye obi okontena se Lake Bosomtwe ekwan no so ena ebi ewo adum ena ye Kumasi City campus ena Aseda House here na die no hwente bebi a kwakosua de no eho ensem ena mde atodwa no na why na qualify so okobie so okuta wasi anasa SSC a wo credit passes anasa grade A to D a ni nyina o qualify wa grade no kaboma eni se bro 36 na wo ena wo kro no wo dem kra we mature students wo din fiedu no numa eno so o qualify admission forms no obenya bi ewo multi credit savings and loans limited branches wo Ghana ha nyina about 65 branches bebi abekobia no kwa ebema obi na wato sanso na KUC City campus de ene Aseda House ye nimhwe no wo ba ha eno so onsa beka bi afi media houses meka Kessben media houses a won kran ene Kumasi ewa Aseda House enkran ewa Aseda Twin Towers eho ene ewo okwa onsa beka bi ye business administration accounting room marketing room, human resource management room, and a banking and finance, and so ekahom. A Bachelor of Science, Information and Communication Technology, a Computer Science and Entrepreneurship, a Bachelor of Arts, Media and Communication Studies, and also your print and broadcast journalism, and our public relations and advertising. Assign other programs to say Bachelor of Arts, Politics and International Relations, Bachelor of Arts, Public Administration and Leadership Studies, your Bachelor of Science, Nursing, your Bachelor of Science, Midwifery, your Bachelor of Science, Logistics, Procurement and Supply Chain Management, and your Bachelor of Science, Computer Science with Entrepreneurship. And no, one time yana baby, aha, and that yeno, and I'm saying dream hunti. Medical Akababy campus no main campus no our continent Lake Bosomtwe kwan so na Kumasi City campus and Aseda House area no hwe. For registrar, I was 0501 63 73 83 0501 63 73 83 na yenyo so.
Gracefields Academy CMFA N2 anim se wonso your bata wo for na se we adwuma wo Central Business Center and a Central Business Area Kumasi Edum Pampaso, Bantama, Asafo, and any enclave. Now, also, about Gracefield Academy, a school I will best a Jumano pa. Now, the Akonana about Pon and Warfano. Now, if any other Akonanko to a chichi, baby Sorano pa, Nam de Banuku school, I feel now ba, a simple and titi as a Ketiakon. Fano Barbara Gracefield Academy, upon Wako Fano. I don't know. What the other way? This school had the beautiful ambience. The crowd was I can't try to see the queen. I'm the Bible, so and the church I could young coaches here. Union can be between a woman and a male and a male. There be young coach be so. Aha. To be so on the Montessori approach, and it's Ghana Education Service, almost curriculum now, almost at the aband. To about time, for one brother Gracefield Academy. Grace, I feel that Academy Kumasi Dum, Grace House, Arbosano, and the Twa Asada there, so. And then Makasa was 0541 034267 0541 034267 afi 0207 126216 0207 126216 afi 0594 792522 so
Kessben travel and tour so wako to some no saying it here unim information wo ho ana baby akọ no unim say the hotel na hotel akoda kra unim ticket na obeto no kra no unim ne bo and unim time also to ticket no plane abefa no unim plane kra also wofa enu nti na se fa bedan wo ho na yentu sa na morning na emfamo betima reserve ticket amount hotel betima reserve bi amount sika wo de ko betima aka cho se ha wo ko die fa sika se to ho sika wei na fa ko aho yemfa Ghana cedi nko ti wa wadwen se wabo Ghana cedi anu nti wo de ko UK akwa akodi a mesrew odokno be ye okwa nti ebetufo Kessben travel and tour was the house first floor eho ena yewo ye sign edba kwasa betwem kra ma ticket on credit banan na bra na ne medi enkomo ana frem penfo ewo 0209 434999 0209 434999 na yenyo so
you go so count say a diary kwesi be sanko pes camera near bankoto ogo ni grow by so akwe papa yaba ade so wanya we ato nsem so obi fi ato won kran kwa de a na akosi dan amasa ya be nkran kran se ko fa anwia kran
asase do kra be bi we
asase ko fa bi we ka kwa bi a kan kran ko fa anwia bre wo na sam keto a we de dan si Tantra Hill kran Tantra Hill de say kurum pa brother he na bi a na ho beso so na also ato na o de a check how far for if you running in come numbers no 0244 900-449 0244 900-449 and I say 0540 934505 0540 934505 so
right my uncle Ahomano Subiu na yene Abdulrazak Lahasa no Ghana National Small Scale Miners Association PRO including common for the course so ewa kwesiso no ho na afei yensan emra obani se otimenka memwache anopei
eje oso
boko de
Yagu pada ormana muso e
nyame adom ye ho ye pa right anopei afrewa enye bone de akoso ewa kwesi so ewa manso ena ma ye frene se eba small scale miners na wona ye kasamafo e de emomo ensemi mate na mote ye no so sen ena mafa no
midase me chia wonu watie for ne Ghana man no we bi omutie eme and then pay na ma chia small scale yes Manya Santi as a communication director for the National Small Scale Miners. But it is unfortunate because bibia ebeba na ewu beba mo de menye sure say obia any beje ho. But on another breath, I think there are things that we need to clear on air. Now, a man for who say when it comes to small scale as well as the fight against illegal mining. This thing, I've said it before, but I will repeat it again. Say, Ashanti region, we need to redirect Kwanya Yefaso handle the activities. The CSA, it was very unfortunate. On another bread so no, we the miners should also be very, very careful. Efa kwanya yefa so di ejuma. Yes, yete say ye nua ko Naimus Pamano. I don't know whether it is the real Naimus or other task force bina or no mwanya dia and oko ton show to show ton show no musu ye no. I think anke so mobua no mu yini free show mu se de beya on drowning, but they prevented his brother from entering into the water to help him. Whether that one is true or not, ye mu bi ni ho. But say no credit, then that particular Naimos group were unprofessional because woko site na say obi ye illegal activity. The law did not say go and kill, or they did not give you the mandate to kill because nipa no wan attack o. Nemum o dwane. And they say when your opportunity na say obetuma nya na china, why won't you surround that particular pond? Na nua no enko yi ni mra na watiba nyo mu mienu nyina chi ho ebiso mo nu nsem ahwe kwan pa e befa so. But if sad it say they prevented nua no say it. On another breath, what I also say is that Ashanti region itself, we need to look at it the second time.
I think it's a network community, but still we will continue to talk with the man Afi Yahweh. Ashanti region who hear me pass what we need to change. And then what's your sister? Eddie Efri home. Yensabe kanona Afi Yatos. Akano na Abdul Razak Al Hassan ono ekasa through Zoom na oni edi nkomo afaso what he thinks say e wa Ashanti region e wa say yesesa efiri ho a bobebwa ama the fight against Galamsey and I say whatever we are to Galamsey no befa so betimi aboa ama Ghana nyina edi ye menim say ora Abdul Razak Al Hassan ready na say ebesan akọ na yenena atwa so onye ready there then we continue from here na yatwa so made that state ho no na kampese metiemu ye na yet exactly what is there in Ashanti region yeah enunti akoye problem and akoye abatros asensen yakoma we need to change from and he made some profound statement. Okay, why are you ready? Tienko ti Ashanti region there no said no kase we need to change certain things from how we act our Ashanti region in tiensama opening it to that. Obening say otimenka mayemtie na woka Ashanti region ho ensensem timientie what we need to change our Ashanti region na woka ho nsemi ka na yebusa o say Ashanti region needs to change certain things mayemtie from there. So we think we have some problems with him. Nti yebehwe na yeneno atwaso say nyana yebetwaso ede efri honum. But yebahanum na voice nene hahandi so mohwemene. Voice no semfa de eka no ho a is likely I won't play because ene yatie simu a yehwe de ekoso de yentie nsema womo so ewo edeka.
Me pa cho me so ma dwen kire ne se media ha me pass NDC for
okay me yansa kwa homa so na ne Al Hassan Abdurazak ni enkomo enso entoso obeni na me busa na wo ka bibi for Ashanti region so we need to change certain things. What do we need to change about Ashanti region?
Good. The entire maker say we have 3 issues at stake, and that's 3 issues we need to look at it. Bako the politicization in mining activities Ashanti region. Though as the whole country, I'm not saying, but specifically the politics in Ashanti region to the fight against illegal mining. It's not helping at all. Second one, a year. Can I go on? Good. The second point, SSA Misama, if you are saying that, yes, the miners in Ashanti region, many of them doesn't have licenses, and many of them are not even willing to even go in for these licenses, because the whole thing is that large-scale companies ajije omunsa bebre. Enti ama bebre no ejuma omu yen kasa no, they don't even know the regulators. And people have taken advantage over whatever misfortune which is happening to them to extort their monies and other things. The third one that Masahu security agencies, no, so I take advantage over say no happen was say omuni nkrata no ntino, and they are creating confusion. And on these three bases, let me start with the politicization. Politicians, they feel that no, Senkrata Sem and what thing, and then large scale companies, they should take advantage. No more botokro, industry players in Musede they can use their politics to get what they want. They know your moye. Omusho mo kutupa. Oh, munkonkoye ya ba na also. It didn't happen today. And it cannot what? Stop. Ninginana said the previous government did same. This government is continuing. Since I will check. And to ya buy na abano, there no more infiltrate, no more use. Because omudo mun fail saying, omun mewo go show mun kutupa, mun konkoye. You will not get anybody to come and defend these people. And Adena Koso Ache, which we need to put a stop. The problem kraba in the community. Na industry players going to solve the problem. No krana. You see these party people take the lead. No mako, I could change the narrative to let it look as if meanwhile they are the same people who are pushing them into that problem. On another angle, because any party who wins power, not buying any also. On another angle with the politicization, so SIA, you're paying for appointments. How can a minister come in this country for almost 1 year, for some few months now? Lances are one side. Also, why one side lances no? Dear abandoned so as are their small scale miners, What say your friends say it is transition time in Tino, and no, uba ya first month, why your pronouncement say machum. One time manan so abandoned the flashy program by called community. Where do we come out with this attitude? Because abandadano eyebi and also be na because abandadano when Fripon Bati and Co took over, they also said they've cancelled all what is the name? Licenses are abandada bako, which is end this one no Omodema 2016 July no. And they also say omu audit omu chucha be brediemu. And they say we musoma ba you are also coming to do the same thing. And it's not helping us. And this is one funny thing that we need to put a stop. That is where the politicization comes in. And politics, it's not going to help anybody. Because right now, we are fighting Galamsey. Yes, people are doing things which are not right. We need to correct it. But correcting it, say with the measures to make sure that when you are saying something or when you are going after them, then you have an advantage or you have a reason to talk about, because what more alternatives. So if you have somebody who is having the lances, as the details in our as so now that's illegalities because it's easier to behold. Why won't sign lances? Also, I will fight the galamsey. And Tinipano anything. That is the politicization that I'm talking about. And medi eno ebeto. Then I will go to the miners themselves. Miners, since enams of politics, they've psyched their mind. And I quite say, politicians in the bit massive room. And abanya sisa pet no be a dimirika, because we are MP, because we are DC, because mammy we are fine. Said a bear, no more time to get you to no more the mamu. And it entices them to feel that there's so much money in the industry. We are making, I'm saying in the whole country, but Ashanti region is the most affected. Because we have an association there, we frame meeting, Kurana, instead of them to come. Now, they will feel that, oh, association cry, DC, oh, madam for the way. At the end of the day, when you are getting these challenges, na why they catch it. And these things, the miners themselves, what industry no mono. That is why we came out with an association, which you need to put a trust in your leadership. You need to believe. And I'm saying, I don't know whether because we don't extort money. They feel reluctant. Meanwhile, these same people that you give money to, they could do their day, they will still come back to your leaders to confine in us. So Ashanti region in particular, it's the whole country, but Ashanti region is being affected more. Yes, starting actually. Yeah, minus a wohono. That is why the leadership is there. Consult us, let us handle it our own way. Because say Basana say Moody trust Emma leadership now. There are so many things that we can expose. But she said, no, say one for that trust now, my leader, no. Now we feel say you can run to a politician to save you. Now a politician no dupua. It means you created the whole thing for yourself. Then the third aspect, which is the security. Security for no, they are in two folds. And I'm saying police for no, they've taken advantage over knowing very well that Ashanti region to do one ninkrata. And they've also taken advantage that they don't know ninkrata no. Minister so asa be a pronouncement be say what you community mind and one mono. And they say no, they took advantage to be going around extorting money. As the way, it is not going to help anybody. Because they say go and fight illegal mine. Omo say yensu. Any omo say ye quiet. But see no, a police follow to don their danija. And they are moving side to side. And the most affected region is Ashanti region. We are saying this as industry players, and we are saying this as a fact. Ashanti region has been affected the most. On the part of Naimos, if it is really true, they are really Naimos, and the code is where then they are unprofessional. Naimos, I think led by Colonel Boa, he learned something a bit from Sami Jemfi. Because Sami Jenfi, the day Sami Jenfi became the CEO, 2 days and Sami Jenfi churo krata ebre yeya soye that he wants to engage us. Colonel Bua did say or started at a Montuobi, which would have helped the industry. Or yes, said no, he want to engage the industry players, understand our predicaments, understand the mode of operations. Said the beya or mining site, and I said the boys no mining site, they will know how to deal with the issue one after the other. This man started when they recruited about 400 military and the police and immigration to train them at Sunyani. We were invited. Myself and my vice president led a team, and I made a presentation, and they got it very well, and they realized that no. So we said no, don't limit it there. Come all the mining district for you to understand our predicaments. Now, most one share more operations. Said that ya mu operate a druso na mo ba obia nim say then the wa na mo be so mu bia na je wa won from so. They agreed. They started with Eastern Region. Yani Eastern Region focus aside. We had a meeting. Naimos commander nankasa ba ho e be chire omo operations mu. Yes, we can your side of the story. Right now, Naimos are in Eastern Region. But yen bisa ye ho say anamo Naimos say true say Naimos anamo mutunu Ashanti Region. Is it the same thing as Eastern Region? No. Echo we went to Wasakropong because that's another mining district which is under Asanko. Asanko district, miners were they invited the Naimos to come and explain their operation. Umuko explain ye. Mumbisa said Naimos operations operate around that enclave and near Ashanti region there partner. No. When Ashanti chapter invited, the letter came to us and we gave it to Naimos. Yes, she said date. As she said, Bia. Emma mu plane ticket na daddy no. We the association took it up. Said they will come and educate us. Mumbisa said, what did the miners, some of the miners did? Some of the miners, and now politics indeed, went behind it, called the minister that Naimos Ufono and Namnomu extorting money. So they should hold on, they should stop him from coming to a central region to engage the miners to understand their mode of operations. Minister so Sabi, he was not even in the country, called the commander of Naimos that what is small scale miners manumba Ashanti region by operation They lied on this man for just to make sure that people will not cannot get advantage to be extorting the miners again. And omutimi try a breaky that jeng Emma Naimos Amba Santa region and training. So they came straight and they are operating. So if in the Sanema we add to Ashanti region, who is the cause? Are we not also part of it?
Who is the cause?
Because time no more education, no. And if you are able to understand their operation, how they operate, and also tell them our predicaments or our challenges, Basana, they will operate well. Anybody they will go to you who is doing the wrong thing, nobody can come and talk again or defend you because they've already warned you. But Ashanti region, and I'm saying, Sabi, many of the people call themselves national security, police, and then party people. No, Omunim said they are taking advantage to extort the miners there. Don't you know? They make sure that education shouldn't come on. And since then, Ashanti region has never had peace.
All right, Ora Abdurazak Al Hassan, ono ena enene din komo via Zoom. na papa no ensem bebre no dia tudwa ya de besi hanom for ono ne side no. Thank you very much Mr. Al Hassan Razak for your time. We will continue from there. They say you are implicating a lot of people. Naimos wom, buying wom, politicians wom, omo local people nyina wom. Ensi ha ene de ye picking from Amanso Akwesiso na yaka. Ma membra beja for ho na minti omo nso kakra ansana ya toaso e hanom. Akwazi ma me say free ho. Na yenhwe sam no na aba betodwa no small scale miners omo piara akasa yakwa Akwesiso yate reporter ato Kwabena enso de ebaye. We have solution in sight.
Debbie.
Mamitio.
Debbie. And the last week, Mika said I was a PA to a DC in a Manchester Central. It did me. In that one unofficial in that small capacity, no. At one time, I was tasked to follow the vanguard fauna into Apramprama Forest, almighty Apramprama Forest. Brah. A serious situation and here can say
serious.
So so
Apamprama. Oh, na se me fa ba me ni Apamprama.
Oh, yam fa honko baby. Che woko.
Me fa manso area. Me hu some ye bi manso no area honom na.
Forest no. At the more any western for na one forest.
Okay.
Or that and then try yemu from Asante Central and then the western. Yeah, part best honey konongo.
You didn't
all over the place. So vast, so big. The destruction is huge. Timbenria and also mucha a pie aside the gumriako. And God will be until we are on that. A serious matter. Now, why was it a fighter? And I said, nobody's fighting Galamsey.
So why did I don't know what to do?
I don't know why.
I didn't know more dada.
When I was sitting there, I told you to say, and as we were discussing, say, government, almost everybody is playing hypocrisy around the subject small scale mining. Mimi MP, Emmanuel Kwesi, former MP of Odotobri, for all the 20 years that he was in parliament, he never spoke about Galamsey. That's the hypocrisy I'm talking about. Obuase nam say ye no mo bembe ni ntino onim obuase police force mo hwe obuase jurisdiction no sa extortion ya de nti omutumi wuram bia ya man car ya twere ho highway patrol wa wuram ni mawura forest highway patrol de wo forest akopede wo. Some 2 years ago 2 policemen went to die similar death for Branty ewu Akwesiso yi enkrofo no dwane na ba koto zoom he fell say bia you know e bia wa ya nti onzu kotombi bra post ni tom na no mpabo na ngasa guarantee twonko and na no yonko gina soro jeans on so betima save ne bra the two of them died boy no to me escape. Nobody is solving Galamsey in the right sense of solving it, never, because now they have to their promises now even NDC as opposition and farm small scale miners in this country. How do you turn around and go and stop them? They'll fight you back. Because that is like my father would say, to break a promise is like telling a lie. So you lie to us. And I don't pity anybody on that score, because you should have known say and yet don't can no be this so. MPP eba ya mo yes or more fighting. Me or more de me call you know. O share camp mining camps a chef forest numa or moody your moodia. Over what's it? I can't go kind. Was it? Also, Galamsey was waiting Grandma Cabrofo. It won't solve anything. I was thinking, say Yajatum say it was small scale mining. Resources, I agree with you. A chef from Nkwande, we must take them to benefit ourselves. Unfortunately, for hundreds of years, it has never benefited us. But if we want to continue, at the end of soldier for was mom one day. That thinking could be there. Now, what comes around these areas now, a year hospital. There should be a temporary base camper. So Mundaho. Say 3 months no more. Police they are trained to be in the bush. Oh, what about their own so
stop extortion.
Extortion, I'm not coming there. I'm looking at how we can put in some controls. So the miners will be compliant.
Controls are not being controlled. The controls now can control.
Yeah.
where do we head forward? We should get to the bottom of the issue and solve, because the next
yes,
they extort.
Yes.
How are they going to
first
control?
form extorting? Operation Vanguard 1, Vanguard 2, Galam Stop. Bakubi by from Galam Stop, and quite it was worse. And then no she Bakubi Sabai. Kufuado attempted 4 strategies, none of them worked. Almost extortion is unfortunately said in a report that they can. So what Jeffrey mine and what funny good or Genesika on call report to any government agency. So Jaconomogy and Omodia. So far, be a minister be to me account for say, Omoko stop business no, or CZ, no money CZ and amount of good in your free money, amount of money in your free money. A bit of far resign from Soja because he has spending more poor or my temperature. And the media force will be don't watch him. Acquire auditor, yes, obey exposed to Galamsina. Makachan said, you bring your free yes, IGG journalist of the young man 2 years ago. Today, he's a compromise in the so-called fight against Galamsey. To me, he didn't deserve the award because Erastus so many exposes of Ayafa Galamsey. What is the impact on Galamsey? Galamsey is still on, or the waters are still dirty, the lands are not reclaimed. So why would you award him anything? Today, he is not doing it for the country. I don't know.
You have mentioned friends Erasmus as accomplice, and as accomplice.
Well, not yet. I didn't say accomplice yet, but I'm saying say, what is he actually?
For exposing it.
For exposing, so why?
That was the same thing that we are kind of
exposing. That's what he can do, and they're being obeyed me.
Well, in other places, before a journalist will be awarded for something for work, we should look at the impact or expose I don't know impact by
so the nation should take it from there. Or not what they expose number. So the authorities involved, and also I'm picking up from there.
All the authorities involved are hypocrites. Have already laid that. Government,
apart from the exposing.
Then he should stop because you can't continue exposing anymore. What are you exposing again? All the things have been exposed already, and it's still continuing. Until right now, no, he's not exposing. Now he's trying to find some people to implicate them. Maybe last say about that DC of Amasa Central. That's unfair documentary to make about any DC. If I want to agree with him, he should have made it in all the mining areas and see. No, I comparison say, have for edgy stickers be, my men come as on coy, emoji stickers and my men call emoji stickers and Okoya say, as if said DC about 10 months ago, and the day, problems of this nature, bro, minor. How is that a fair journalism?
For time, for
want of time. We may have to come back to this topic.
Oh, yeah, but
I don't see any hope in this so-called 9 months and
whatever.
I'm Kofi Boa and President
Mahama. You come and look at the solutions a bit.
Very well.
But I say, okay, for now, me who dear, I was a bio Galamsey no, the bit me are stopping. It was a 9 months, a more ye, you know, places be or more call. Yeah, a month for guys or more year no more, a DSC and any day. And Utieti and none of the I could see SOD we've been hearing that report. Say it will be omokwa allegedly. Na sikakoko no a Galamsey for no enya no. Omoafa. Na omofa there isn't any open declaration. Say yakoye no they were doing this. We arrested them and this is what we found with them. The who said ne war munchini. Then it comes to the National Conference of whatever it is. So at the end of the era. And that's all a both video in Achrawa or Hene Kasai, Assemblyman Kasai. Say more pamubi, Wakoto Sum. Ninian more so Mumpesum, you know. Communion national, Monchino.
Was it Debbie?
Was it Debbie? Well, be soon say, Quaquini be able to until he drowned. And Umja Okoy. And also black na. Galafu yenya komono eno nti no mko ye adwuma no omo say ni nyina de koy maybe omo de koy do bia dey ehunu. So now soldiers are fighting say na musukra form nye dey enkoka ho. And how can we fight it? We have always been saying say you declare state of emergency. State of emergency what the here for na kokko enforce.
Soldier for na
no mo na do mko enforce.
Yeah.
This say ewurama mo hu say said metro sa operation within a short time metimi asimi dan meye we ya na yekaso mo nko fight that state of emergency mra no mo nko ntia head we be na e be make in fact problem Ghana e wo no enya asem keto o so in neighboring West African countries now these things are not going on there adia shashe kakra ye the bo abayo yechi near the ababa wechi and still ongoing. Nano na me council na meka yankoye immigration na kwesi ka say black vote and also you see they are attacking everywhere. They be omenya opportunity so me be omoye. And ujiri say na must you fight ade ni ye pa kaye hu sakraye. You say omo no chere say mo ba they be a 5,000 10,000 now they know say mo ba. This is what we do. Your hurry and say we can continue to do the work. A better than Juman
way. So as our community mining na se for no, couldn't it have been a solution sanke ye ni year?
Say community mining say abaye guso a oye no great be.
That bay over. That is the issue because so, Naimo see the speed and the year Naimos no. You the raw community mining anymore. Nke bia komo anyom ho self keepers
say the ten say enka ye bia community mining groups no na naimos no so na machire because what be amanso enclave ni enya asase say community mining mu nyina amomra ho na sala wo ma wo na wo say nso ndi a na hu say da bi wo mamofo so but we are not seeing that and the person who say no achievement me the person see upon say ke bia kan manti bia na imus for my briefing like the public accountability series no new said this month ye ko ha ya stop no na ukọ ho a nsu na ni ate ana asase no enie obi a ni so bio pon person share no because sade no ye ko na sala no ye hu say wachi no ya achieve bibia de a cause 90 work to go my briefing it be this week and at this month we were in Ashanti region and I know Kaiser reported from Maakye Central and buy na was for call excavator's name Niom Konsai Bibri they should come and brief us me who say operation here and this month no hani edi any see as we are speaking to you Nigerian journalists momra me say be be operation there ye wie ho ame ho de ai den ya pamu bia afiri ho abe ho nsuo no bibia asase no bibia ai den aya kama ye hunu baby omo do omo ni kire ya e ho de ade na ai den ejai because you are allegedly taking money from these people and allowing them to do the work bukonya gold bi so a na mo de ko ti anhwe ni ya much ado about nothing.
And I hear you say it's there. There because and the Minister Kraba Bontebeka, I reclaim this forest way. 2 weeks go back to the forest.
That is what I wanted to see. Says so be because ya reclaim way. Ya pomo free a river prasoa. Yenko we unu se prano. Now they are no more there. You see the stability of the water is changing.
Anyway.
We have to
delve into the ministries. Na ye musa womo what they are doing. Those are him for no. We should ask them. Government officials must also be asked. Say entokwa ben na yeko na yemfa enko friends and galamse yes adia ye be kwa be merry go round sa ye kwa na asa be si ye kwa na was we mame na afei
mame fa kakranka wo. There's nothing like community mining.
There's nothing like community
that
mining.
Is it a phrase or whatever? It doesn't make sense. Because mining no more, where each one for himself, God for us all. Community mining, no, Takwa training me could be. What is happening on the ground and what they threat at Takwa Human.
So why can't we implement what is training?
Because nobody's listening. I'm telling you, everybody's playing hypocrisy around this subject. And over, and yet, Sikane black and Quanomofa. So, and can't not China for no Vanguard for time. No, Mudan, Montabo, Nanigua, Angwa, Emo, San, be a woman, be a woman, Edibubia, and Metamco, or to be physical cash. Every ho. Cash,
and dear Bia, valuable Bia, you'll pick it.
And they be Omano to 2 Omano engineers or to 2 excavator engine. Maybe 2 hours. Because I say, I'm the clear way. The Nipano crowd is Kakwaji. None excavators best 500 Masaka crowd in Nano, say 2 5 to 2 5. It is a whole syndicate of stinking corruption. The government is Bia Famubiano offer from MPP to date.
All right, we'll have time to talk about these issues and we cry. Yakofan to Kwaba, but Yabeko. Over. Sebeb this the bureau. Baako bi okay yen yemfa en sorry so na
the pages I crowd wa birthday we madam fo yeah classmate nyame nipa yeah nyame de na adwuma pa Apostle Joseph Minta Apostle Joseph Minta ono ne sopeni ya oda Touch World Ministries International ano Apostle ene wa oda eno nti happy birthday sonko era ede ema wo so nyankrompon se ofa de tumi na ho de no mo ho ban o ma ye ni ado eni wachi na de obe yina awie pe.
Blessed birthday in comma our dear daughter Nelly Sewa Kodua of Prince of Peace Senior High School. We free parents, Mr. and Mrs. Kodua, and the entire family. We love you so much, dear. Okay, that is and also Mr. Bakope and I'm a war ewa. Tia di jumadi ni si ene anope se jolaka eba. Bakobi asaba. Boy,
pages.
I can't see no
pages.
Oh, pages. This is to Cynthia was say. She works at Amstead as a DIS department. Her name Cynthia was say. In fact, what is stress no Juma Amstead and any birthday. She's my friend on Facebook. Sister C, happy birthday to you. May you enjoy your life and may God continue to bless you richly.
Dr. Bana Saba Amanfo Amstead also tie pa nyame inshramu.
And then Professor Demenza also said messages
anyway. Right, Mama Sansi Subio. Blessed birthday in comma dear daughter. Mr. Picture number of Mutimidi Atoso. Aha. Nelly Sewa Kodua wa Prince of Peace Senior High School. We through parents, Mr. and Mrs. Kodua. And Ebusiani nyina se ye do wati. Tikoso na yakwalapa. So yakwalapa so asesa. Na yakwalapa. We akwala paso kutemu sa na fa ko wie pa ya sori nyame adoma ochira anopa democracy ebeba amansanti eba na nyumre democracy atraso ede amamo malawi ya na shedwumedi ede bro Ra Stephen Kwachi and the rest of the technical crew aboy otikosi mensa and afi wo fa kofi apia en kamedin ede Kwabena Owusu Dankwa Sergio Lacan the rest of the sports crew the Friday's edition of Midfield Action ede ebrain yakramo bye bye.